Good morning, welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. I don't stalk them. I talk to spirits at my house. Good morning, welcome to Optimal Frequency. I'm Grant. I talk to spirits here at my house using sources of white noise like the tap upstairs. I then filter out the sound of that actual tap or the running water with an artificial intelligence called Crisp, and that leaves behind the spirit responses to my questions. If you watch this channel, you know that I can stand there and ask the spirits any question I want on any topic, 10 or 15 or 20 questions in a row, and I will get a response to every single question I ask. Now, whether you hear the same thing as me, that's up for debate, but something's answering me. We have hundreds of documented intelligent responses. So today we're going to look into another mystery, and it's the Mothman. Stay tuned. Good morning all, day 2 of the Mothman session. I'm about to do it here at the sink. I've got the kettle fountain on the left ready to go. I've got the sugar bowl on the right, no water in either of them yet. I am putting on the VBE EMF pump that I always like to use, which can allow the spirits a little extra energy. It's been working good on 50, but I'm going to try 75 today, 75, and I'm going to set it over here. Oh, somebody's left the dish soap in the way. Probably me. Gonna turn this on. There's no water in the kettle yet. I have written up 2 pages of questions. I think that's enough water. Let's turn it on. Okay, I mean, did we just hear somebody cross over? That's freaking amazing. I mean, to talk about getting into the light, saying welcome home, and then you'll remember. Can you tell us who we're doing this session on this morning? I just, as always, sat down at my desk, did my opening prayer down there of protection, and I sent a message to my team explaining what we want to discuss today and to bring forth good and kind spirits that want to help in the communication experiment. Is that considered a call when I talk to you from my desk in my head like that? Am I calling you? As legend has it, the flying Mothman mortified countless Point Pleasant residents in the late 1960s, and when a bridge collapsed, the creature was blamed for the deaths of 46 people. On November 12, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia, a group of gravediggers working in a cemetery spotted something strange. They glanced up from their work as something huge soared over their heads. It was a massive figure that was moving rapidly from tree to tree. The gravediggers would later describe this figure as a brown human being. This was the first reported sighting of what would come to be known as the Mothman. Okay, I got lots of questions here. Let's just jump right into it. Now we're going to start with a multiple choice, which is something fairly new that we've only done a couple times here. Is the Mothman A, a real creature, B, a spirit manifestation, C, an alien, or D, a figment of our imaginations? Okay, so that's really cool. They answered me, and they said it's an alien. But after that, so they say it's an alien, then they say two other things. And this is one of those responses that I've kind of gone over before where they kind of talk over each other. But I think I can break down the two things, what they're saying. And I'll give you my take on this right now, and then I'll play that for you. So it says, it's an alien, and then it says, potentially can take on human form. That's what the first guy says. And as he's saying, potentially it can take on human form, another one talks over top of him at the end. It says, to get them scared. Did those gravediggers see something out of ordinary, or was it just a large bird? Why didn't the creature attack those men? Why are the sightings of the creature so sporadic? Just 3 days after the gravediggers' initial report in nearby Point Pleasant, West Virginia, two couples noticed a white-winged creature about 6 or 7 feet tall standing in front of the car that they were all sitting in. Eyewitnesses Roger Scarberry and Steve Mallett told the local paper, the Point Pleasant Register, that the beast had bright red eyes, about 6 inches apart, a wingspan of 10 feet, and the apparent urge to avoid the bright headlights of the car. According to the witnesses, this creature was able to fly at incredible speeds, perhaps as fast as 100 miles per hour. All of them agreed that the beast was a clumsy runner on the ground. They knew this only because it allegedly chased their vehicle to the outskirts of town in the air, then scuttled into a nearby field and disappeared. What color are the Mothman's eyes? How fast, so if you can tell us in miles per hour, can the Mothman fly? Does the coming of the Mothman portend a disaster? At first, reporters were skeptical. In the papers, they called the Mothman a bird and a mysterious creature. However, they did print Mallett's description. It was like a man with wings. But more and more sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area over the next year as the legend of the Mothman took shape. The Gettysburg Times reported 8 additional sightings in a short span of 3 days after the first claims. This included 2 volunteer firefighters who said they saw a very large bird with large red eyes. Newell Partridge, a resident of Salem, West Virginia, claimed that he saw strange patterns appearing on his television screen one night, followed by a mysterious sound just outside of his home. Shining a flashlight toward the direction of the noise, Partridge supposedly witnessed two red eyes resembling bicycle reflectors looking back at him. This anecdote remains a popular one in the Mothman mythos, especially since it allegedly led to the disappearance of Partridge's dog. To this day, some still believe that the fearsome beast took his beloved pet. Is the Mothman an interdimensional being? Did the Mothman cause the strange patterns on Newell Partridge's TV? If not, what did? Did the Mothman eat Newell Partridge's dog? Or did it take it? On December 15, 1967, just over a year after the first Mothman sighting, traffic was bad on the Silver Bridge. Originally built in 1928 to connect Point Pleasant, West Virginia to Gallipoli, Ohio, the bridge was packed with cars. This placed a strain on the bridge, which had been built in a time when cars were lighter. The bridge's engineers hadn't been particularly imaginative, nor had they been especially cautious while creating this structure. Without warning, a single eye-bar near the top of the bridge on the Ohio side cracked. The chain snapped and the bridge, its careful equilibrium disturbed, fell to pieces, plunging cars and pedestrians into the icy water of the Ohio River. 46 people died, either by drowning or by being crushed by the wreckage. In 1975, author John Keel conflated the Mothman sightings and the bridge disaster while creating his book, The Mothman Prophecies. He also incorporated UFO activity. His story took hold, and the town soon became iconic among conspiracy theorists, ufologists, and fans of the paranormal. Why does the Mothman suddenly show up in various locations? If the Mothman is trying to warn people, why couldn't it just communicate a warning? Like verbally or some other means? It is said that the Mothman makes a noise similar to a record played at high speed. Why is that? Can psychics or mediums feel the presence of Mothman? Did the residents of Point Pleasant have prophetic dreams about the collapse of the bridge before the disaster? Recently, there were 20-plus sightings of a winged humanoid in Chicago back in 2017. Was this the Mothman? What did those sightings portend? Will the Mothman be making an appearance anytime soon? And if so, in what area of the world or in what city? Is there anything else we should know about the Mothman? Okay, I'd like to thank you, spirits, for coming through and giving us answers to my questions. Do you spirits have a message for me today? Do you spirits have a message for any of our viewers today? If so, please state their name and then leave the message. All right, thank you again, spirits. Thank you, team. Love, joy, peace, and adventure to all of you. Same to you, viewers. We'll catch you all in the next video. Take care.